Hello everybody. Today we are coming to you over by Columbia Harbour House, where we're going to be talking about the coolest transition, in my opinion, in the entire Walt Disney World Resort. Now, we've done videos about this in the past. However, we did do a live video a few weeks ago on the 15-year anniversary of my podcast. We were here doing a live stream, and while we were doing the live stream, this right here was not here. So I was like, well, maybe sometime in the near future when the sign comes back, we'll do like a little, update about it and do the transition. So here we are. It is back up. So let's do the transition, because this may seem pretty basic to most people. However, we are going to do a transition from Fantasyland right over here to Liberty Square right on the other side of this building right here. And in order to go from one time period and one location to another time period and another location, we have to do a transition period. Now, you have to remember that while we are in this area, we are in medieval times in Europe. And then eventually, when we're going to make our way over to Liberty Square, we're going to be in like the 1700s, 1600s, somewhere around there in colonial America. So our first step is here. So in order to travel across the ocean, you have to leave from a harbor. So it just makes sense that we have it so the Columbia Harbour House can be found here. Now, a few little cool details about this sign is not only is this a sign for a restaurant that's actually in Liberty Square, this is actually a sign for a restaurant that's also in Fantasyland, which means that this is actually the only restaurant on Disney property where we can have it so it's in two different locations, and that's because of our transition period. Second off, in these medieval times, most people could not read, and because they could not read, when you would go to a restaurant, you would have pictures out front of what was served inside. So here we've got a picture of a chicken. We also have a picture of a fish. That is because the objects that were sold inside of this location are, guess what? Chicken and fish. So in order to travel through time and across continents, we have to go through the transition period. Which is going to take us through this magical walkway right over here on our left-hand side. Right here. So while we are going across this footpath right here, we are not just traveling from one ocean, aka one harbor, to another harbor, but we are also traveling from the medieval times to 16/1700s America. And then when we get to the other side, we get to another harbor. And when we get to this other harbor, we can find that here we have yet again the same restaurant that was on the other side. But here it tells us that inside is chicken, sandwiches, and seafood, because at this point, most people know how to read, so that they actually have the words for the items that are found right there. But that is going to conclude our little fun find detail for today. Whoa, I was going to go over there, and then all of a sudden some people started barging in. This is going to conclude our video for today. As always, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We will see you guys once again tomorrow. Oh yeah.